Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. So this video is actually going to be my 29 to 32 week baby bump date with baby number 2. So I'm actually really disappointed in myself for not filming as much as I've been wanting to document this pregnancy, and yeah, it just makes me a little sad that I completely didn't do an update for a whole entire month, because these are going to be things that I'm not going to be able to look back on. But I'm doing it today. Today is May 31st, 2021. It is Memorial Day here in the United States, and I'm sitting on my ball. I just got done with a little bit of a workout, but yeah. So let's start with week 29, 30, 31, and then 32. So to be completely honest, there have not been very many changes other than just a lot of physical growth and things going on. That I feel it a lot more on my body, on my joints, in my pelvic area, which I think I've spoken about in my previous videos, that I've just been having a lot more pelvic pain this time around than I did with my first pregnancy. I don't remember exactly when it was, but I know that I've had a couple more triage trips. So I had a triage trip, I want to say around, I think I mentioned it in my last video, but I think at 28 weeks, I did have a triage trip because I thought my fluid was leaking. It was a very similar sensation to when my fluid was leaking with my first daughter, but I was 36 weeks along then, and 37 weeks along, sorry. And it was just a very similar sensation. I got a little scared, so I went to triage. I got checked out. They told me that it wasn't amniotic fluid, that they think my discharge is just changing. I've had days where it's very, very watery and wet, and other days when it's not. So I guess that's what it is. And then I had another triage trip at 30 weeks, I think, just because I was feeling decreased fetal movement, which again was something that I went through in my first pregnancy. And just to give a little backstory so that you can understand why I was a little bit concerned going in this time around, right before I turned 36 weeks with my first pregnancy, I went to triage for decreased fetal movement. It wasn't that I wasn't feeling her, it was just that I was feeling her move significantly less than she normally would on a day-to-day basis. So I just wanted to make sure everything was okay. I went to triage, she was fine. They did an NST, she was fine on the monitors, but they did an ultrasound, and at that ultrasound, again, this is with my first pregnancy, I was 35 weeks and 6 days, so right before I turned 36 weeks. The triage doctor did tell me that my fluid levels were on the lower side. So anything under an 8 is usually like a little bit worrisome, even though 5 is considered like critical. But I was at like a 9, like right at a 9. So being that I was 36 weeks along, that was just a little bit concerning. He's like, just bring it up to your doctor. It's nothing to be worried about right now, but just make sure you guys keep an eye on that. On my 36-week appointment to a couple days later, my doctor couldn't do an ultrasound because of the one that was done at triage. He couldn't double charge my insurance, basically. So I had to wait until 37 weeks to get a follow-up ultrasound, and he didn't tell me what my fluid levels were at 37 weeks. He just told me that we were going to get another scan done at 38 weeks, and that if my levels were any lower, that I was going to have to be induced at 38 weeks. So that was telling me that my levels were going down for whatever reason. I was staying hydrated. I was, trying to rest as much as I could. But yeah, my fluid levels were decreasing. And then my water started leaking at 37 weeks and 3 days. So that was with my first pregnancy. This time around, again, I had that same water leaking sensation. I got a little worried. They confirmed to me that it wasn't my water, so that's okay. But then I feel decreased fetal movement, and now I'm getting a little bit nervous because I'm like, oh my gosh, it's bringing me back to that first pregnancy, right? So I went, and Again, everything on the monitor was fine. She was moving. She gave them the 10 kicks in an hour and all of that. And then they ended up doing an ultrasound as well, just to check. And my fluid levels were at 9. So again, just a little bit concerning because that number is, you know, I guess it could be a little triggering to me, even though I know that it's not, again, a critical number for them. But in my case, 9 is kind of what stuck in my head from my first pregnancy. You know, I had a fluid level of 9 and then my level started going down from there. And then, you know, she had, you know, she went under distress during labor because of low reserve, and it was just, you know, a little triggering. So I made a follow-up appointment with my doctor, and she basically said that she thinks that everything is fine. Oh, by the way, I also had them do another amniotic fluid test that day. So the day that I felt decreased fetal movement, I also had them do another amniotic fluid test that came out negative. So that was that. Basically, my doctor told me, like, look, you're fine. I don't think, you know, that's what it is. But at your next appointment, we'll go ahead and do an ultrasound just to give you some peace of mind, measure your fluid levels again, see where they're at. So we did that this past Friday. So today is Monday. On Friday, I had my 32-week appointment, and I did get an ultrasound done, and my levels were at almost 12. So they had gone up a little bit. They were like 11 point something, which is good. You know, it's reassuring. It's not super high. It's still a little bit lower than the average, but I've just been making sure to stay really hydrated and, you know, just resting as much as I can with a toddler. But yeah, so that's kind of been like the major things that I've experienced. As far as symptoms go, I haven't really had any new symptoms other than just, again, a lot more pelvic pain. I have had some cramping where, like, I notice it comes and goes. Braxton Hicks are still a very, very irregular thing during the day. I get multiple a day, but she's also grown so much to the point where sometimes I can't tell if it's a Braxton Hick or if it's her moving and just stretching. So that's not fun because it can be a little painful sometimes when she moves. And especially dealing with a toddler, sometimes just sitting on the floor and things like that can be very, very uncomfortable for me. But I have to do it, right? So yeah. I haven't had any cravings, which is good because, again, it's allowed me to be able to eat normally. It's allowed me to be able to eat, you know, pretty much everything. So I'm really happy about that. Still taking my prenatals every single day. And yeah, overall, I feel really, really good. I cannot complain. Like, I've been doing really well. And we did have our baby shower this past weekend. So on the 29th of May, we had our baby shower or our baby sprinkle. It was very cute. I'll put like a little picture here so you guys can see. But yeah, we got pretty much everything that we needed off of our registry, which again was not a lot because we had most of the stuff. So we just got the last minute little missing things. Yesterday was me and Michael's anniversary, so we spent it just here at home cleaning up after the party. We did go to Target again and get like the remaining few things that were on the registry. And yeah, we have a Disney trip planned for this weekend, which is really, really exciting. We're going to be taking Iris to Disney it's going to be to celebrate her birthday because we're not going to be able to physically do anything for her birthday. Her birthday is August 2nd and I am due July 23rd. So whether baby comes on time, late, or even early, for her birthday, we're not really going to be able to do much. So we wanted to go ahead and celebrate with just her. And we're taking her to Disney this weekend, which is really exciting. I'm a little honestly nervous for traveling to a park with a toddler, but we'll figure it out. And yeah, after that, once we get back, it is full on nesting mode, just preparing. I've been cleaning a lot of stuff. I don't know if you guys can see, well, you guys can't see because I'm blocking it, but back there we have our double stroller already with the car seat. I've washed almost everything. The only thing I have left to wash now is just like a little bit of clothes that we got from the baby shower, because some of it is like newborn on 0 to 3 months, so I have to wash that before I go ahead and put it in her drawer. But I have her drawer set up, I have the crib painted, set up, everything. I'm really excited because once I do that, I'll be able to do like a shared toddler room / nursery tour. And then we're gonna be right there. I'll be 33 weeks this week, which is crazy because again, I gave birth the first time around at 37 weeks. So 33 weeks could mean that I either have 1 month left or 2 months still. Like, it really just depends. So that's crazy to think that we're right there hitting the home stretch. But let's go ahead and do the belly shots for these weeks. I haven't done any like belly shots, but we'll go ahead and see what my 32-week bump looks like. As far as my weight gain goes, I want to say I've gained, I didn't weigh myself this morning, but the last time I weighed myself, I was at 137 or 38. So I want to say I've gained anywhere from like 22 to 25 pounds. So I definitely know that I'm going to gain more than I did the first time around. The first time around, I only gained 27 pounds. And this time around, I'm almost there and I still have a couple weeks left. So, but again, that's completely okay. I'm not too worried about it. Again, I stay active, I eat healthy. I'm not worried, but yeah, I definitely know, I feel like she's going to be bigger. And I had the weirdest dream the other day. Like, it literally felt so real. I had a date, I had a number, like I just saw everything. And even though I don't think that it's accurate at all, just because, well, I'll tell you why. But so I had a dream that I gave birth on July 1st. Like, I gave birth and I said, okay, what day is it? And it was July 1st. And then her weight was 7 pounds 1 ounce. And you know, that I know that that's a pretty normal weight, right, for a baby, which is fine. But Iris was born at 37 and a half weeks, and she was only weighing 5 pounds 12 ounces. So she was a teeny tiny little thing. And this time around, if I were to give birth July 1st, mind you, I'm due the 23rd of July. So I would be literally not even 37 weeks. I would be 36 weeks and 6 days. If she was to be born on the 1st. And just 7 pounds for a 36, almost 37-week-old baby doesn't sound right to me. Like, I just feel like that would be too big. But I mean, who knows? I have another scan at 36 weeks. So not at my next appointment, but at the appointment after that, where we will be measuring baby. And yeah, that'll be really exciting. So, I mean, who knows? But yeah, that dream was just really weird. It was just so like detailed that I had to share it and document it. So who knows? But yeah, that is it for this update. I will try my best to make sure that I keep up for the rest of the pregnancy as well as I can. Again, I also want to do a video on how I'm preparing for my VBAC, some questions that I've asked my doctor, and her response, because she's very, very supportive. She's done various VBACs, and you know, I know that her goal is to help me get the VBAC that I want. I genuinely feel that from her, which I'm really, really glad, because I feel like I have an amazing support team. I love the office that I'm seeing this time around, so that's just been such a blessing as well. But yeah, that is going to be it for this bump day. I hope that you guys enjoyed. If you did, please be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more content like this, and I will see you guys in my next one.